Good morning. Let's take our shower, brush our teeth, and try out our motel razor. It's time for another adventure in Taiwan. We're heading through the Taipei main station to... What is that? Is that art? Anyway, moving on. We're gonna take a train. And where are we heading? The Taipei Zoo. With Bee's cousin and her friend. Don't forget to check for fleas. It's a hot day and we got ourselves a nice iced coffee from a friendly face. And hey, check this out. My first banana tree. There's a nice assortment of plant sculptures. Whether they're real or not, I'm not sure. There's a fake panda, which introduced us to a real panda. Aw, cute. Next, we encountered some totem poles. Some very large totem poles. And Rudolph doesn't want us to smoke. Why the reindeer everywhere? Stop and take some pictures next to some nice yard sculptures. Animals helping us tell time. And then on to the real animals. I stand back and take some photography of the beautiful creatures. The elephants, I mean. Large, majestic creatures. Can't hurt to stop for some Instagram photos while we rest in the shade. And a brief stop at the restrooms brings us this, a guide to the doo-doo of the creatures of the world. Yeah, I'd look a little stressed out too. That's interesting.
An incredible smell you've discovered!
While we rest our legs, I put on some sunscreen. Behind me, you can see the crate that was used to haul the elephants to the zoo. There's a mural inside with all the people involved. Our next stop is a little train. And we're off on a tour of the facilities. Through the trees you can see the top of a biodome-like structure where the animals are kept. And we were able to visit some of those animals. Not really much to say about the zoo today. All the animals are lazy. We got to see a sleepy monkey, a sleepy python, a sleepy leopard, and a sleepy tiger. It's a lazy kind of day. Very hot. It's even too hot for the koalas. Very tired koala. Even though they're inside, they're still a little bit lethargic. And after some Instagram pics, we are off on our next journey. It's hot and it's beginning to drizzle some. It's a good thing that we're going to be inside one of these. My first gondola ride. The views are breathtaking as the gondola takes us to new heights. It's perfect weather for photography. Not too bright, not too cloudy, and the rain seems to be holding off for a while.
The 101.
Yeah, there it is.
Off on the horizon, we get to see the top of the 101 Tower, a famous building in Taiwan. The machinery alone required to keep us off the ground is really something to behold. A remarkable system of cables, pulleys, and towers taking us along this beautiful journey. There are so many different kinds of trees.
Never seen so many trees in my life.
Wala lang ditong pine tree.
Definitely not the kind of trees I'm used to seeing in Wisconsin.
Got to find out what kind of trees these are.
Ay, ito na. Last na.
Beautiful. The local vendors here at our next stop are offering cuttlefish and squid balls and other foods I haven't seen before. Our food of choice? Stinky tofu. I'm having trouble with my chopsticks today. You win.
Sabayan mo ng ano.
Oh, hot. It's not that stinky. A little musky, a little zesty, but it's not really that bad. To be honest, it's a little bit like French toast. To go with it, I've got my watermelon juice. Tasty. Now we take one last ride on the gondolas. It's our way home. We get the glass floor. The glass floor makes for some great photography. I'm getting a lot of shots that look like the beginning of Avatar. It's crazy being up here as the wind picks up. It starts to rock us back and forth. I can't help but feel like I'm back on the plane again. At the top of one of the hills, we find some sculptures of cattle.
Looks like real from afar.
Yeah. And on the downhill slope, we finally get to see the city from above. This place truly has a unique combination of nature and cityscape, all in one place. Like the breeze. It's a hot day, and we're happy to have the breeze. After passing through more machinery and trees, we are finally to the end of our journey. This is our stop, where we get off and take another train to our next destination. This is Liberty Square, a fitting place to find myself a couple days after Independence Day in America. We've entered in alongside the National Theater. The building is lined with stylized dragon heads and features traditional Chinese architecture. It's positioned across from the National Concert Hall. This is an ideal place to stop for some photographs. This is the front entrance arch, the stone entryway that welcomes visitors into Liberty Square. And on the far side, towards the back, is the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. It takes some time for us to work our way back to the large building. I stop at the base of the steps to scratch this lion dog behind the ears, and then we begin our ascent up the marble-lined steps. The journey is hard on the legs, but the view is worth it. Bee's tired at this point. So am I. The interior features an ornate dome centered on a flat ceiling, and beneath it, Chiang Kai-shek himself. This leader is a controversial figure involved in World War II and in the Chinese Civil War. With or without the history, it's a cool place to be. Before long, we've moved on, through Taipei, to the building known as the Taipei 101. It was once the tallest building in the world, and it now houses shopping centers, office spaces, and observation levels. Look at that! Cool. It's surrounded by artwork, including this Lego-like structure, which includes the names of all the people involved in construction. And this lovely work of art, which, who could pass up a photo here? Speaking of love, ramen! Now, I've never been to Ichiran, but I stumble my way through the purchase process, which involves casting a ballot? Anyway, the eating part. This is where I'm an expert. I learn from the best. Seaweed. And I thought I'd try matcha beer. Well, not too bad, actually. All in all, it has been a long, hot, and humid day. My stomach is full, and so is my video card, and I am happy to get back to some very blessed air conditioning. After a day like today, I really need it. Whoa. Ladies, just don't let my girlfriend know that you're here. Just ignore the decor and heat up the shower. Wash off the grime, pass out, and sleep, because you've got another day of adventures ahead of you tomorrow in Taiwan.